The Objective News Network. Part 1. The Baby Formula Shortage. Are we our worst own enemy? Hello, this is John Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. Last May, we did a story on the baby formula shortage. We'd like to start off today by revisiting the same story that we reported so many months ago. After watching Part 1, we would like to invite you to take a look at Part 2 of the series, which consists of an update and a review of the Food and Drug Administration's response. Here's Part 1. Objective News Network. The baby formula shortage. Are we our own worst enemy? Hello, this is John Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. As the baby formula shortage continues to grip the country, many parents are struggling to find the formula they rely on to feed their babies. In today's story, we are going to take a closer look at the baby formula shortage. At ONN, we use a powerful new software called Authentication to independently evaluate data sets from valid references as we report the major news stories of the day. Our goal at ONN is to assure the objectivity and validity of every news story we publish. Authentication has the advantage of being a data-driven, no human-in-the-loop, point-counterpoint research tool. So let's start off by typing in the simple assertion, the baby formula crisis in the United States. Immediately, we see Authentication begin to build a reference library of different data sets to try and place the issue in context. The data sets are automatically ranked for accuracy and a hot link to the internet for easy reference. First on the list is an article appearing in The Atlantic. The second on the list is a piece at National Public Radio. Then there's a well-sourced article by the Public Broadcasting System, along with many others. Authentication tells us that all of these news stories and articles have been well-sourced using credible sources. All of these news reports touch on the following series of claims. 1. There's a monopoly of only 3 major baby formula manufacturers in the United States. 2. The current shortages are the results of several factors, including A. Lack of supply to meet demand fueled by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, shutdown of one of only 3 major producers of baby formula in the United States. B. FDA regulatory restrictions on the import of baby formula from Europe based on different technical requirements such as labeling that do not affect the safety of European baby food formulas. C. Domestic supply chain snafus arising from the pandemic coupled with increasing demand. 3. Department of Agriculture policies that provide U.S. manufacturers large, exclusive, and guaranteed contracts for U.S. government purchase of baby formula for social programs. Okay, let's go back to Authentication. This time, let's type in who is responsible for the baby formula crisis in the United States. Here we see a broad range of opinion pieces, mostly based on personal perspective rather than well-organized facts. So let's try typing in, is the president responsible for the baby formula crisis? Here we immediately see a short video by factcheck.org that concludes the president is not solely responsible for the baby formula shortage because it is due to a multiplicity of factors that are not all under the direct control of the president. So let's try again. This time, let's type in, Who in the government is responsible for the baby formula shortage? Here we find an interesting data set at mices.org that lays the blame squarely on the Food and Drug Administration and U.S. protectionist trade policies. Now here's another properly sourced data set from Washington Post that may shed a little bit more light on the problem. The Post reports that during a recent congressional hearing, it was disclosed that FDA inspections turned up evidence of workers handling baby food materials without washing their hands and were using equipment that could harbor the growth of bacteria. Now, please keep in mind that the baby formula shortage was largely the result of a February 2022 recall and shutdown of a plant operated by one of the three major producers of powdered Similac and other specialty baby formulas. The same hearing disclosed that a whistleblower submitted a scathing report last October, alleging unsanitary conditions at the same plant, but senior staff at the FDA did not respond for 4 months. At the hearing, FDA officials reported that the delay in acting on the whistleblower report was the result of problems in the FDA mailroom. Now, for the critical thinkers amongst us, do you think that the U.S. government and the baby formula manufacturers are doing enough to prevent the next baby formula shortage? We look forward to hearing your ideas at our ONN blog. It is what it is for today, May 31st, 2022. This is John Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. We hope to see you again.